I don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather. It's raining all the time. Stormy Daniels. She's back. All right. So we all know about Stormy Daniels. Good morning, YouTube. Let me say good morning to you. We all listen. Stormy Daniels was a porn star 12 years ago. That says nothing about today. 12 years ago. Let's say she didn't look all that young. Maybe she looked like nearing 30 12 years ago. That make her 42 years old now. She's no longer a porn star, that's for sure. If she still makes a coin here and there, it's unusual. 42 porn stars, Stormy Daniels then took Donald Trump's $130,000, which they gave her a year and a half ago, right before the election. She done blew through that money, caught up on that credit card debt, got caught up with that mortgage. And now the money has run out. So what does Stormy do? Stormy's a businesswoman. Okay. She could go back and hit Trump, try to get some more money out of him, but he's notoriously cheap. So they might say, well, you signed these documents. We have a non-disclosure on you. You cannot share the story, or you are subject to be sued for this house and everything you own, right? So she goes and talks to her lawyers. And her lawyer says, well, if we can tie them up in court, we can get the whole story out just by the court documents, right? Stormy said, oh, but I'm so demure. Oh, I don't want any money. That's right. It's all right, Mr. Trump. It's a matter of principle. No, Stormy. It's a matter of you being able to tell your story. And you, like Omarosa said, I've got quite a story to tell. Child, any other president of the United States was caught up on one of these torrid affairs and paying off people to speak quiet about it and all this kind of stuff, it would be headline news, right? But in Trump's White House, this is nothing, less than nothing. Unless Stormy has information that might be useful. So Stormy, for some reason, she feels there's more profit to be made by getting her story out, because people already know that Donald Trump is a pig. We already know he's had all these affairs. Even though he had just married his wife a year earlier than that, you would think he'd still be on his honeymoon. He's out here paying porn stars. He paid one, he paid more. Nobody likes one porn star. I've made a video about it before. Nobody likes one, so this is what he does. So she's calculating that her story, getting her story out, is worth more than suing Donald Trump. Because she's suing Donald Trump, she don't want no money. All she wanted to do, is the judge say, is that this non-disclosure she signed was null and void. So she can talk. That's all she wants out of the suit. So now, if she may have some information on him. Back in the old days, they used to get these hookers. That's how they would set up a lot of people they wanted to catch. Because there's a thing called pillow talk. Or boastful people like Trump running their mouth too much. She might have some information that might be valuable. And so then the threat would be then, if I can talk, you're going to have to pay me again, right? She can get the money that way. Her story might have some, because it's all about the story at this point. Stormy Daniels, she's 40-something years old, and I make her life on her resume says porn star. That ain't worth nothing. We call them stars, but my experience with people who do pornography, those be $1,000, $2,000 deals. They ain't no big thing. So even if she was a high paid one, it said she got $20,000 a picture. Did a couple pictures a year. That's not a whole lot of money. And when you get to be in your mid-40s, that's nothing. You ain't getting no more money from that. So she has to get everything she's going to get now for her retirement. Donald Trump. Donald Trump is her retirement plan. All right. She's filed suit. They've got a different way to get it. It just, it comes down to money with her. She's got to start making some kind of plan of how to go forward. Porn thing's done. She got one last hurrah. She has names all over the place right now about this Trump thing. How can she cash it in? What is the smartest way to cash in on this last hurrah? She could have more information. That's a possibility. Although this happened in 2006, so he wouldn't have been necessarily talking about anything political at that time, because he was quite a bit before he announced that he was going to run for president. But there's a host of other scandals he can be involved in. Donald Trump, remember, he was involved in gambling, casinos, and all kinds of deals. So it could be that. And if that is the case, if she wants to get the judge to release her from her being restricted from talking, they could come at her with more money. That may be her angle. She may be playing it that way. We may never hear any more about it. Or she could come out with a book deal. She might have already been offered a book deal, and but she has to get this thing cleared up first. She could see herself on Lifetime TV, the Stormy Daniels story. Stormy weather. Interesting. Unfortunately, it does not rate big news because Donald Trump has got so many other irons in the fire. This barely makes a blip. However, it should make a blip that shows you the moral condition of this White House. This is nothing. And he just married Melania. She's supposed to be a sex symbol, big model, so beautiful and gorgeous and all this kind of stuff. Young. He's practically on his honeymoon. And he's having rendezvous with porn stars. Maybe she just knows about other people that he's been with. I don't know. Her and there's another woman that come forward too. Playboy model. She was paid $150,000 to keep quiet. So if these stories don't mean anything, why do they have to keep them quiet? The Access Hollywood tape didn't kill him. I don't know how their stories would be any worse. Unless they know something. Donald Trump, he's a very braggadocious dude. Maybe he ran his mouth a little bit too much around somebody, or maybe he's not sure about how much he ran his mouth, or what information these girls could have, or maybe she had information about another girl that Stormy knows about who does have real information. Lord, I hope they don't start finding bodies, honey. People dropped off in the ocean trying to cover up for this Donald Trump. So I know that this is petty compared to other stories that are percolating with Trump, not the least of which was Cohn, his chief financial advisor, quitting abruptly yesterday because he told that man, do not do this thing with the tariffs. It's going to ruin the economy. He said, if you do it, I'm going to quit. I guess Trump said, I'm smarter than you. I know big words. I read a lot. And the man said, called his bluff and walked out on the job. Lord have mercy. So it's early. I don't know what I haven't gotten into my television today. So we'll see. But I'll be willing to wager you something. That by the time, let's say by the time Anderson hits the tube at 5 o'clock, there will be a new scandal associated with Donald Trump. The Obamas, they go the whole damn 8 years. No scandal. No turmoil. This man has me willing to bet that there'll be a new scandal by the end of the day. Not by the end of the month. Not by the end of the week. By the end of the day. That's Donald Trump. Okay, so Stormy Daniels, you be careful. Get you some security. Get you some security, girl, and do your little memoir. I guess they said they're gonna pay her for the story, so I don't know. She gonna write it. She gonna probably have a ghostwriter write it. But she gotta keep some momentum, or people are not gonna give a shit. By the time the book comes out, there'd have been so much on Donald Trump that I don't know how valuable the book will be. So she got to be holding her ace, her what do you call it, ace or a spade or whatever, the top card. She got to have an ace in her hand somewhere. Something that she can spring out with a new publication. We'll see. But the sun is definitely not in the sky. It is stormy weather for Donald Trump.